Well, my goodness, people, welcome back to Houston Life. While I was out for most of the week, I missed a lot, including what I hear has been dubbed Gal Pal Week here on Houston Life. So Lauren, as you probably know, she had some of her best gals as co-hosts. And now we have Houston Life gal pal Reagan Bregman in the house, and we're having so much fun.
Yes, we are. When I found out I was coming, I knew we had to do something with Galentines. And I immediately thought about my Galentine, Kat Presley. Kat really wanted to be here in studio, but spring training calls. She and her Astros closer husband are on their way to Florida right now. So I stopped by their house yesterday for a fun chat. Cheers, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Galentines.
This is our second year in a row having Galentines together, and I love it.
I know.
Usually we're in spring training, but right now you're about to head there when, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So crazy. I feel like the the off season flew by this year.
It was so short and like fast and crazy.
I think part of that too is having babies. I feel like time goes by even faster.
1000%.
So what was it like for you? Because me and Kat, we both had a baby at around the same time this season. So what was it like for you having a baby in the season? And I know you actually had Wyatt as well in the season. So how has that been?
You know, a lot of people I feel like plan to have off-season babies, and I was just kind of like, let's see what happens. You know, whenever it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Yep.
And I kind of loved having a baby in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, I feel like in the very, very beginning, you know, the mom is so connected with the baby anyway, so it's kind of our chance to like get to know each other.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they were here in time for postseason and got to experience all the craziness.
I feel like they were old enough in the postseason to actually be able to do things, because when he was really little, like I did not take him anywhere. I was crazy mom.
Yeah,
and I was
like a little bit.
You're not gonna go outside.
Yeah.
And so after he was a little bit older and then he had his shot, they both had their shots, and then they could go to all the postseason games, which was awesome.
Yes,
and
that
so
timing worked out really well. Like you would think I don't want to have a baby, you know, during that time, but I feel like it just made it more like special.
Yes, I agree. And I feel like they were at the right age to where like they still kind of slept during that time, and now Knox a little crazy. So I'm like, you're not gonna be sitting at these games still anymore like you used to like during the postseason.
Yeah.
Which was super nice.
Yeah, and the flights were really good at that age.
That is so true. Actually, I feel like traveling with a baby is probably one of the most like, what's the word? It's just so intimidating whenever you're first traveling.
Time.
I remember like getting ready for the first flight. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, what if he cries? What if I'm the person that has to like hold him while I cry? Like, I'm so nervous. And then everything ended up going pretty well, and I figured it out as we went. But for you, what's your biggest like travel advice or tips for new moms or people that are going to be traveling on a plane with a baby, because you've done it a lot?
That's such a good question. I feel like in like age is so important, like to factor in with that question. Like for the little baby, you know, like we had Knox and Hunter, and they were both so young. So like with them, it's just like they sleep a lot, you know, on the flights. And with that, it's just like be prepared, you know, give them a bottle on the way up and the way down for the ears.
That's what I did too. Yep.
But like with Wyatt, who's a year older than them, you know, like for him, it's like you have to just be on your toes and like, you know, be ready to keep him entertained the whole time.
That's what I'm so nervous for coming up, because I'm like, okay, we already conquered this whole stage of traveling with a newborn, and he would sleep, like you said, like a bottle on the way up, and he would sleep the whole time. But then now it's like, okay, he wants to be entertained. I mean, this guy can barely sit at his high chair for that long because he needs like toys. So I think that's something I'm definitely gonna need your recommendations on, like what to bring on the plane.
Yeah, and I still remember you calling me the first time, like when you were gonna travel with Knox for the first time, and I was like, I promise, after the first time, you're gonna feel so much better. It's just like the anxiety of the first time.
I remember I called you and I was like, what if he has a diaper? Like, what happens? Like, and I'm obviously we changed it, but it's like, like in my head, I was like, well, where do I change? Is there a changing table in the bathroom? Like, you just don't know these things, and then once you do it, you're like, okay.
And
I got this. I think I can do it.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised how helpful and nice people are. Like flight attendants, or you know, other moms or grandmas that are on the flight. Like, you know, every now and then you run into some people that are not wanting to have anything to do with it. But a lot of the time, people are so, can I help you? Like, they see you have a baby and they're like, what can I do for you?
And don't you feel like now that you're a mom, you do that more? I do that more. Oh my gosh, Like, if I see someone with a baby, especially if I'm not with Knox and like my hands are free, I'm like, do you need help? Do you want me to carry something? Like, what can I do? Because I know what it's like to be in that position and not have anyone to help. So it's so nice when people are like friendly and help out.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Okay, so do you have any big baseball superstitions that you are like crazy about, or rituals?
Oh, that's a good one. I feel like baseball in general like makes you a superstitious person
Yes,
because I
100%.
never have been that way.
Yeah.
But one thing that I am kind of crazy about is I never film Ryan when he's pitching.
What?
Yeah, because like I feel like
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I think I filmed him before
Uh-huh.
and like someone maybe like hit off of him and I was like I don't want to have that on camera.
Yep.
You know? And then I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
Once it happens once though,
Yeah, it's like
you're forever scarred and you're like, hey, I can't do that again.
Yeah, I'm like
something bad happened.
I know, exactly. I think
I
that's what
agree.
it was. Like maybe one time something happened and now I'm like, camera down,
Yep.
be in the moment. You're
Yep.
not, you know, whatever.
That's how, so baseball is the reason I'm superstitious now, and Alex's whole family does, like, if they cross their legs like this and he hits a home run, everyone has to do that again. Like, do whatever you did last time for the next at-bat.
I feel like you guys have the most superstitions.
Right? It's like crazy, but I mean, now I'm fully bought in and I
Yeah,
do it.
I know.
Did I ever tell you about the toilet paper roll?
No.
Alex's mom will flip the toilet paper roll to make sure they're all the same in the house the day of the game.
Oh my God.
His whole family.
That just does
So
not
now
surprise me. I've seen.
I'm the same.
Oh my God, that is wild.
I know.
Baseball does crazy things, and I've seen all you guys like switch seats. If
Yep.
like the game's not going well, I'll
Yep.
see like the whole family get up and move. I like.
Yep, and people
It's
will
so
get mad at
good.
each other like, hey, you gotta move. Like, that didn't work out. You gotta switch seats with me.
There's
But
yeah.
you gotta do what you gotta do as a fan. you know?
Exactly. You really
Okay, so I have some rapid fire questions
Uh-oh.
for you. Are you ready? After your rose.
do. Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay, Dallas or Houston?
Ooh, can't ask me that one. Houston.
Okay, good.
I'm from here. I have to. I have
Love
to
it.
be
Dallas Galleria or Houston Galleria?
Houston Galleria.
Love that too. Tex-Mex or barbecue?
Tex-Mex.
Yep. Houston Rodeo or State Fair?
Ooh, that one's so tough.
I'm asking you the tough questions.
Oh my
today.
goodness. State Fair, because Ryan and I have really good memories there.
Aw. Okay, Whataburger or In-N-Out?
Everyone's gonna hate me for this. I love In-N-Out.
What?
I know.
Over Whataburger?
I know. I know.
See, I'm not from or I know you lived in California.
I lived there for so long,
So-
and I just like, yeah, I feel like I didn't eat like fast food after In-N-Out.
Yeah. I don't
don't
know.
know.
I'm conflicted on that one.
That's a tough one.
All right, thank you for being my Galentine today. I know more of our conversation is going to air tomorrow, so I can't wait for that. But thanks for coming,
Always happy to do it.
or thanks for letting me come to your house.
Oh, I love it. So you've been friends with Kat for how many years now?
4.
And
yeah.
but this was the first time you're like, hey girl, can I just show up to your home with some cameras?
Can I show up to your house and ask you questions on your couch?
And she was down. She's so cool.
She was so down. Kat is amazing. She was awesome. She was actually like packing for spring training last night because they're leaving in the morning, and still let me come over and shoot there. So
made time
with
for
2
you.
little babies.
I love it.
So, that was
okay,
awesome.
so what's coming up tomorrow?
So we are really excited. We have more of our conversation airing tomorrow. She speaks a little bit more about spring training and also what's on her playlist and her guilty pleasure, which is really fun.
Okay, very nice. Looking forward to that. That was a fun interview.
Yes, so
I want
fun.
rosé now, though. That's the problem.
know.